All right. Let me, let me check something here. Delano Steele, I see you. God of Moses and Elijah. What's good? Alex Jorge, what's good? Gotta check. Let me check a little something here. Let me check something real quick. Just check something real quick. Man, I'm glad to see y'all, man. Hold on. Let me check. Let me check a few things here. Let me check. So I can't. Sportscaster Stephen Fox, what's good? Hey, Warren Franklin, what's good? Hey, are you new? Hey, if you're new, put thumbs up in the type of thumbs up. Excuse me, so we can welcome you to the stream. Andy N, what's good? What's good, Black Andy? Warren Franklin, that looks like a new name to me. I try to notice everybody. If you knew, let us know by giving a thumbs up. That way we can welcome you to the stream. We want to make sure everybody is feeling it. It's game day. Finally we get some Knicks action. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this day for 9 months. Julito was on Guillermo's chat yesterday. I don't know. I don't know. I missed it. So Warren Franklin says, "Yes, I'm new. My cousin is Charlie Ward. Yes, I'm new. Hey, everybody, give a salute to Warren Franklin or welcome him into the chat. Hey, Warren, man, hey, welcome. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel because this is Knicks stuff for sure, man. It's so we do the Knicks morning drive in the morning. And then we do the Knicks at Night podcast at night. Wait a minute. Charlie Ward? Charlie Ward's your cousin? How close? How close are y'all? Are y'all first cousins or down the line or what? Are y'all close? I hear Charlie Ward is a good guy too, by the way. Man, I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I'm excited. Andy N says, well, now he ain't a kid. Right. So what are y'all looking forward to most? What are y'all looking forward to most tonight? What are y'all looking to see? I'm K-Ban. Yeah, what's good? What's good? What's good with you? I'm K-Ban. What's good? What's good? What's good? I'm excited, man, about tonight. Our future gaming was good. Our future gaming in the building. Frederick is in the building. Was good. All right. So I want to tell y'all what my And then you back. Oh yeah. Okay, I missed it. I was hitting everybody up. I was going through the list of names. I got super slammed with work and a bunch of stuff, man, and I missed out on a bunch of messages. So I tried to get everybody back as quickly as I could, right? So I want to tell you what I'm looking for tonight from the Knicks, right? The first thing I'm looking for is a win. That's what. Excuse me. That's the first thing I'm looking for is a win. I need a W. Right? All this stuff happened in the offseason. The New York Knicks are in the building. Was good. Was good. So I said 3, but I have 4, right? I have 4 things that I'm looking for tonight. So the first thing is a win. That's what I want first. Is a win, right? I don't care about fancy uniforms. I don't care. Like I hear some content creators are like, "Yo, I want the Inside Out Universal throwback Wednesday night dance fever reversible jerseys. I like those. I want the Knicks to wear those. I don't care. I don't care about none of that stuff. I don't. The only thing I care about is winning. Win. You want to impress Uncle Freezy? Win. Right? I don't care about what kind of sleeves you got on or what kind of sneakers you wearing. I don't care about who your Instagram girl is. I don't care about none of that stuff. You want to impress me? W-I-N. That's how you impress me, right? I don't care if you wear a headband. I don't care I don't care about no alternate throwback, whatever. You want to impress me? Win. Right? So secondly, I want to see how the point guard situation shakes out. Right? Don't try to trick me or don't try to massage the situation and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't experiment. I don't want to see RJ Barrett at point guard. This is your super secret surprise from. I don't care about none of that stuff. Get a point guard that we can go with for the next year or two. Right? That's what I care about. Right? Don't try to finesse me with some. We're gonna give Frank some minutes at point just to. No, I don't care. I don't care nothing about that. You know, y'all know how I feel about Frank Ntilikina at point guard. Yeah, y'all know how I feel. I think Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Nate Newton. I think Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Refrigerator Perry at point guard. I don't care. And I troll y'all about Frank getting minutes at point guard because I truly want to get Frank Ntilikina out of the point guard conversation. Hey, Kev, come on. Come on, Kev. Hey, the Prince is in the building. What's good? Big Kev is in the building after losing to the Redskins. What's good? So back to the point guard situation. Don't try to finesse us. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to trick us. Don't try to sneak Frank at the point at the same time you run Obi at the 3. Don't try to do that to me, right? Good. Good man. Good morning.
What's happening, man?
Hey, ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing to it. I got a list of stuff that I want to run down real quick, just 4 items before before I address everything that that the Knicks fans want to talk about.
Yes,
and so I'm talking about the point guard situation. If Elfrid Payton is the point guard, don't try to finesse me with some Alec Burke, Frank Ntilikina backcourt with Obi at the 3, trying to disguise some stuff. If Elfrid Payton is the point guard, play him. Don't try to trick me. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I hate people do to you is they try to finesse you. Try to be their intent is unreal. They don't have a real intent. You know what I'm saying? They try to disguise to try to go David Copperfield. Don't do that to us.
Well, I don't think Tibbs is going to do that. And I keep going back to the stability at head coach. We've had a revolving door of head coaches that, like you said, try to manufacture or try to psych us out with all these surprises, as you say. And Tibbs, he just lays it, he just lays it out. And that's one of the reasons why I have more confidence in him than I do, all the other guys. You can see it in his press conference. His body of work.
Right.
His body of work. So my trust is more in Tibbs than anybody else that we pretty much had. And that goes all the way back to like D'Antoni, all those guys. The only one I'll give credit to as well, and I'm glad that he's back, is Woodson. That's pretty much it. And I think if we never brung Phil back, I think Woodson probably would have still been the coach as well. He wouldn't have gotten fired. But besides that, we're here right now. I think whoever Tibbs goes with at point guard, I'm going to trust that. Now, you know how much of a thing I just heard you talk about how you snapping on Frank and everything, and that's fine like that. But Freeze, let me ask you, if he does start Frank, you're going to trust his judgment, correct? You're going to trust Tibbs' judgment, right?
So here's the thing. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Kev. Don't finesse us. You know what I'm saying?
When you mean finesse, talk about that.
It's like
finesse. Talk about that.
No. Let me get to it because I have an example. So here's the thing. So you remember when you used to be outside playing and the ice cream truck would come like 3:45.
Yes.
And you hadn't ate dinner yet. And so like I run up to Pops. I'm like, Pops, man, ice cream truck here. Yeah. And like, and Pop Dukes legit look at me like, Uncle Freezy, you ain't even ate dinner yet, and you trying to load up on ice cream? And I'm like, but the ice cream truck is here. He be like, Uncle Freezy, you ain't even ate dinner yet. I cook leg quarters and pinto beans. You ain't even ate dinner. And so Pop Dukes be like, hey man, listen, man. How about we do this? I'll go to the store and get some ice cream, get you some butter pecan. You like butter pecan, right? Yep, I like butter pecan, Pops. He like, yo, let the ice cream truck go by, man. Go ahead and eat your dinner. You know what I'm saying? We cooking something, man, and afterwards you can eat dinner. Yeah. In my mind, I'm like,
keep talking.
I'm like, Pop Duke's gonna finesse me. He finessing me right now. He ain't gonna give me no butter pecan ice cream after no pinto beans and leg quarters. Hey, butter pecan is for special occasions. Yeah, off the ice cream truck, I can get vanilla with sprinkles on it. That's 50 cents. Yeah, and Pop, he gonna buy me some $4 ice cream. This like 1978. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? $4 ice cream was expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I finesse me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing I'm thinking about with Tibbs. If Tibbs runs Frank at the point guard, starts him, right?
Yeah.
They know it's gonna start a feeding frenzy in the media, right? So now I'm like, man, are y'all starting Frank because y'all think Frank is the future at point guard, or is it because you're trying to appease a fan base? You know what I'm saying? So if you start Frank, right? Just tell me like, hey, Frank is our guy long term, and we're gonna stay with him, right? But don't start him and then like, yeah, we're experimenting with a bunch of guys. No, don't tell me that. Don't finesse me because if you start Frank and then you say you're experimenting with a bunch of guys, you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
He's just trying to appease the fan base.
Yeah, you make great sense with that. You make
You know. But my point is,
yeah.
I feel like Frank Ntilikina has the potential to be Bruce Bowen or Tony Allen, right?
Right.
That's
Right.
who I feel like Frank Ntilikina can
Yeah,
be.
I
Right?
agree with that. I
Why not start the process? Because those guys, Bruce Bowen and Tony Allen, didn't become who they were until they were 25 years old, right? Frank is 22. Why not start Frank down the process now? You're down that road now, and then that way, maybe we can get Frank to be Bruce Bowen or Tony Allen at age 23 ish.
Yeah, isn't he like the oldest out of the young guys? He is the oldest, right? Out of the young guys.
Him and Obi maybe same age, maybe.
Oh, I forgot Obi. Yeah. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, and here's the other thing, Freeze. I also want to see these other guys that we took on. I want to see quickly. Quickly, I think is probably going to be your favorite because he is just listening to him talk and his work ethic. I think he's going to be a fan favorite as well. And I want to see what Miles Powell is as well. I think Coach was talking about him as well. I'm looking to see what he can do and everything. But I don't. I would rather start. I would rather start DSJ and see what he has, because we already know what Alfred is. I mean, you talk about 25 on, you pretty much know what you are. So we know what Alfred Payton is. So I would like to see DSJ get that start. I mean, he is that explosive guard. I don't know what his assists were like, and from the looks of it, I believe his shot has improved. So we'll see. But like you said, tonight we're going to see all of everything that happened in training camp. Ron had it said completely. This is a clean slate for all of them. We're going to throw out what happened last year because of the stability at coaching, at development. So everybody gets a new slate. 20 games in, if you're still at the same place where you were last year, ability wise, then you got to go. And we can say that for a lot.
Kev, that ain't fair though, man.
Why not?
I would say so. So if you had one bad year of everything going backwards, I believe you need at least one good year of everything going forward, right? Like say just to neutralize. Say for instance, if Frank Ntilikina picked up a bunch of bad habits from a bad coaching staff last year in 1 year, I believe Frank needs the whole year, the entire year, to undo the bad habits that he learned.
Well, let's take Frank out. Let's use Kevin Knox. When Kevin Knox, was when he first came to us, he was great in summer league.
Right.
He was averaging, I forget what he was averaging his rookie year, but I think it was like double digits, right?
Right, 12.4.
Okay. And then going into the summer of 19, he was at summer league, did a great job with that, and they took on Randall, which was no problem because he still felt as though that he was going to be a starter. Once Morris came in, I think everything went to crap.
Right.
You mean to tell me that as a head coach with Morris, coming in, that Morris couldn't be a backup to Kevin Knox?
Right.
And the proof,
he was a career backup.
Right, exactly. And you saw, Freeze, what happened in the playoffs when we traded him to the Clippers.
Right. Couldn't find his way.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm getting at is I think that was a blow to Kevin Knox for his production to not be what it was his rookie year, because he took a step backwards. So I guess that's why I'm saying that they can that they have a clean slate. That's what Ron was saying, that they have a clean slate. If you're not sure, and I agree with you, you're saying giving it a whole year. I agree with that totally. After a year, and if you're still at the position where they're at, it's like, well, if you still, if you still, that guy after, in year 3 of having single digits, digits in production, yeah, you got to go on everything. So, but
Hey, so Troy Fletch said Morris had been a starter on every team he played. No,
no, he hasn't.
No, that's not true. Morris,
maybe the other Morris has, but not this one.
No, Marcus Morris is not hadn't been a starter on every team he played. As a matter of fact, he backed up Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Exactly.
I mean, come on,
y'all. I think Freeze, when they were both with Phoenix, I think the one that's in the Lakers got more time. Was starting before he was.
Yeah, and Markieff Morris is the defender, and Marcus Morris is the scorer. If you look at it in terms of that, the Twins, one's a defensive guy, rebounder that can shoot a little bit, and the other is an offensive guy that's more offense and can defend a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We got the guy that can score and can defend a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So just look at him. Danny Lee, I see you. Troy Flat was good. Was good. I see y'all. Out there. Y'all trying to sneak in the room. I see y'all. Let me get this light out of my face. This light is making me look like that light was making me look like whatever vampire. So Troy Flat said started for Washington, Phoenix, and started for Celtics at times. Okay, I could go with that. I won't debate that. I'll go with it. But what I will say is this: he is not a penciled in full-time starter. Andy Garcia, fresh out of Hollywood, what's good? I see you, Andy Garcia. Hey, it is game day. I'm excited.
Absolutely,
man. I might tailgate. I might tailgate. I might fire up the grill on the back porch. And so not just to make it about me, but I have a back porch, screened in back porch with me a little grill back there. I'm like, oh no, look who is in the building.
I'm back. What up, dude? What up?
Hey, big dog, you're a fan favorite.
Hey, man, hey, Freezy, bro, you called me out, man. You brought me back to the clan, so, hey, I'm back.
Hey, man. I'm back. Hey.
That's right. That's all that matters on that hat. That's all that matters.
You ain't never been gone, dog. You always been in our heart.
Hey, that's love, man. That's love, man. That's what it is.
Yeah, man.
The kids asked me yesterday, they was like, Dad, when you going to talk to your basketball friends again? I'm like, don't worry about it, baby. I'll be calling them tomorrow.
So how psyched are you for tonight?
Man, I'm so geeked. You see, I'm up early now. I'm over here about to go buy some snacks right now and get the party favorites. I'm ready for the day already, man.
So, I had to tell my wife. My wife told me that we have to go to this place and that place. I said, listen, I'll do whatever, but I got to be back here by 7:00.
Yep. Guaranteed.
I got to be back here by 7:00, not 7:15. 7:00.
Not 7:03. 7:00.
7:00.
Right. Hey, no doubt. Hey, so Grandmaster Vegan is in the building. What's good, Grandmaster Vegan? And Jules the Walker, what's good? I see y'all. I'm trying to sneak in the room. I see y'all.
Hey, shout out to Lester, the guy from Friday. He passed away yesterday.
Debo, that
was tough, man.
That hurt me. Yeah, that hurt me. That hurt me last night.
That hurt me big time. The one scene is him, hitting. I forget who the dude was, but hitting knocking him the hell out.
It's on Red.
DJ Pooh, red.
Yeah, man.
And then goes to his dad. He's like, "Oh, you want some too, this old man?"
No. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I can't wait for 2020.
So the pandemic is real when the bully get KO'd. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
In a sad thing, man. Things are more serious than what. But you know what? Thanks to technology, Knicks fans can get together and create rooms like this, and things like this where everybody can come in and have they say heard. Because the main thing we don't generally get is having that. You know what I'm saying? having a place where we can have a sounding board and all of that stuff. So,
right.
so shout out to the Knicks fans for coming through. And,
shout out to you for starting this. Shout out to you for starting this. You know, shout out to you. I mean, you gave us a platform. I mean, I was on last night. I mean, granted, it was like 11:45, but still, I had a good time last night. You know, chopping it up with everybody, you know, like that, especially Gilmo.
Bro, this Knicks talk is real, bro.
Yeah,
this Knicks talk is real.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
You know,
because all we got is each other. All we have is each other.
That's so true. That is so true. Like, you know, like I remember I mean, I first came on to Nothing But Knicks. I think it was about 4 years ago now. It's been about 4 years. And that was the thing that gravitated me to Nothing But Knicks. It was like something where, again, we had a lane to vent and, you know, laugh and cry about things of the Knicks past, you know what I'm saying, and current. and current.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that I think that our fan base is, you know, we're a lot more, you know, together and make our fan base that much more, you know, better. And I love the fact that, you know what I'm saying, this Knick fan base, all of us has clicked up in various different corners of the earth, and we all family. You know what I'm saying? We all family.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing I wanted to convey to everybody. And I don't want to beat a dead horse, but sometimes, like when the new people come in, would they look at, you know, people, you know, a whole bunch of people talking, and the virtual chat can fly. Like you put your comment in there, and before you get like 10 or 20 seconds to look at it, it's gone. Because so many people are putting chats in the thing, you know what I'm saying? You like, golly, this thing, the chat is lit. But what I like to express to people that are new is you know, we don't get the chance to do stuff like this. So now that we have one, you know what I'm saying? We trying to take advantage of this thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, of course. And again,
could you imagine? Like, I mean, could you imagine? Like when we were younger, we would love to call in the ESPN and, you know, tell Stuart Scott, or, you know,
right,
you're right.
And this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wish we could have did that. We had to do that to our, you know, our buddies. And me, I've been in Michigan so long. Ain't nobody trying to listen to the Knicks. Ain't nobody want to hear me talk about the Knicks. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? But it's a great platform for us, man. I remember, what was it, a couple weeks ago when I guess whatever beef was going on with like Jay Macri and the New York news tabloids and stuff, hating on podcast and all of that. And I'm like, if anything, y'all should be praising John and freaking Nick of Time Show and all them cats, because again, they helping y'all out. Nobody want to listen to Mark Berman. Nobody want to listen outside of Ian Begley. He's probably the only person. Yeah, nobody want to hear that trash. You know what I'm saying? So now we have a breath of fresh air. You can listen to Sim. We can come talk to Big Freezy. We can, you know what I'm saying? There, Nick of Time Show, CK2K. You know what I'm saying? There's so many more Nick platforms for us to get out here and, you know, leave our little 2 cents. You know, leave our little 2 cents. So
there's only two people. There's only 2 media guys that I listen to and take whatever they say. I take it to heart. Only 2 people: Ian Begley and Alan Hahn. Those are the only 2. Everybody else can kick rocks.
And low key, I ain't gonna front. It seemed like Alan was getting a little butt hurt too. That, you know, like the podcasts are getting more notoriety.
I remember that.
He does.
I remember that.
He got a little butt hurt too. So
you know what? I'm gonna tell you why. He is not a fan of Frank Ntilikina. He is not.
Okay.
He is not a fan of Frank Ntilikina at all. And that particular
let me shout my man. Payback Carter is in the building.
Oh, Payback! What up?
Hey, but to y'all points though, I say this, and the fact that the mainstream media has sources and resources to formulate, create, change stories storylines and such is one thing, but the fans, the fact that we see, like, we don't need the media to tell us what we see. Like, we can legit watch the game and understand what it is that we see based off what we're watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need Alan Hahn to tell me that Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Tree Rollins. I see that with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Leading the Knicks podcast is in the building. It was good.
Oh, man. Uncle Freezy crazy.
crazy.
Nah, man. Hey, I'm legit.
He said Tree Rollins. He said Tree Rollins.
No, I'm saying, I don't need Alan Hahn telling me that Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Serge Ibaka. I can see it with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying?
I can't. But I'm about to freeze. I'm about to, man.
I'm saying,
You're too funny as hell, man.
and the chat is buzzing already, man. But yeah, that's the reason why. That's the reason why we created this platform here. It was a few of us on Knicks Twitter. What we decided to do was take our comments, take our because the Knicks Twitter has been buzzing for about 5 years, right? Even Knicks Twitter started right before the Porzingis draft, right? Yeah. And so, you know, I was on there talking about how much I wanted Emmanuel Mudiay, and I thought that the kid from Lafayette was going to be a big stiff dude that Vince Carter was going to jump over the top of and dunk. That's what I thought. That's what I thought Porzingis was going to be. I thought he was going to be the next tall European dude that was going to get posterized. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, and to be honest with you, all the dudes before him had always been the big, stiff European dudes that got posterized.
Right.
But Porzingis came and he broke the mold. You know,
he did. I remember Freeze, the first home game during Porzingis's not the preseason, but the first home game we played the Hawks, and I sat probably the only time that I'll be able to sit, you know, down in the like 3 rows away from Celebrity Row. That was the first time we go to that. And when I tell you how I forget who he stripped, but he stripped somebody and went in for a breakaway dunk. I said, "Oh, this guy has arrived." But here's the thing: he probably could have won that game, but guess who was coaching? Derek Fisher. Oh. So that tells you again, when we go back to the coaching carousel, we had him, then we had Hornacek, and then Fizdale.
Right.
You mean to tell me that we couldn't keep Woodson off for like another year or two or so? And, you know, because he would have done probably 10 times better than what the 3 of them had did.
Right.
You know, so.
Right. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah. No doubt. But you know what? Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask quick, Freezy. Woodson's last year, was that playoff year? Or what he didn't leave on a losing season, did he?
We just missed the playoffs. We just missed it. But again, that was when Phil had came in. I'm gonna say about maybe a quarter way into of the end of the season. They had he had hired Phil Jackson, and Phil was already plotting what he was going to do and everything. And that first year, under Fisher, what happened? We was abysmal, and that's how we were able to land KP. And then again, we were abysmal. We didn't get to the playoffs and everything. It was just real screwy. I think Dolan hiring Phil kind of undid a lot of what we were, what we were quote unquote trying to build, pretty much. Because when you think about it, the year after the playoffs, and we missed the playoffs by just a little, so much had happened. Tyson Chandler was hurt. You had J.R. Smith, who was suspended for marijuana use, but then was hurt as well. So not only, and he had to come back after he served the suspension, but he had the injury. So he has the injury, then he has the suspension. And then what else happened? We had lost many of the guys. We lost who do we lose? We lost Jason Kidd.
Hey, you know what else we lost? We had in February and March. I mean, I'm sorry, in January, February, we had lost a lot of close games. But in March and April, we had started winning those close games. Yeah. So we had got red hot down the stretch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But unfortunately, the lead was too big for us to overcome.
Yeah. Parrish Duggar says the Knicks went 18-6 in their last 24 games under Woodson and missed the playoffs.
Right.
I knew it. That's why I was like, yeah, it wasn't he didn't have a horrible coaching, tenure at that last season. So I didn't understand why Phil thought, like you said, Phil could have at least let him stay around for another year.
But you know what it is also? When a new management comes in, they want to bring their own people. So I think that's one of the other reasons why that happened. The thing I couldn't understand was why Steve Mills was still part of that as well, because he had went out during the Isaiah years and was able to come back. That was a red flag for me, right there. But when a new management comes in, they want to put their own people. You saw it this time. Once Leon Rose came in, all of that stink that Steve Mills had put into place, they put them all out except for still holding Scott Perry. Yeah, he's the only person that was still left over that regime. And I think that the reason why for that was because he was the one that went to Dolan and said, when Steve Mills was trying to give Morris that big contract, he said, no, trade him and let's get some assets for it. And he was explaining that to Dolan. Dolan said, yeah, you got to go. You got to go. We'll replace you somewhere in the organization. But as far as basketball operations, no, you can't. We got to go another way. So I'm glad that Dolan got Leon Rose in there, and then like I said, everybody that was from that old regime is pretty much gone.
Hey, let me intervene right here. I just want to say something right quick. Knicks got GG. Are you new? Hey, if you're new to the channel, put a thumbs up so we can welcome you to the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? That's real. Yeah. That's real. Yeah. If you're new to the channel, put a thumbs up in there or type new or something. So everybody here can welcome you to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We be trying to show love and appreciation for people that come in. That come in the door. And then maybe after you show up like 3 or 4 times, I'll shout you out, give you, yo, Dripmore is back. Dripmore is in the building. What's good? What's good, White Falcon 44? I see you. All right. Hey, Knicks guy GG is new. Hey, everybody in the virtual chat, welcome my guy, Knicks guy GG. You know what I'm saying? Well, hey, welcome, man, and hopefully you'll subscribe to the channel. Illmatic is in the building. What's good? Illmatic. Hey, Illmatic, look at this. Check this out. Look, Illmatic. Look, Illmatic. Look, watch this. Give it a cat. What's good?
But hey, Freeze, you know what I got to do? Hey, Freeze, I got to grow your beard like yours. I got to grow your beard like yours, man.
No, this ain't nothing.
You got to grow like yours, bro. But yeah, man, I'm excited for that, man.
So Legion of Knicks podcast and Stephen Fox are going at it, doing something. I'm not for sure what it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's a virtual tussle or what.
Who don't get into it with Guillermo? Guillermo's like the Stephen A. Smith of Knicks basketball, bro. Like everybody gets into it with Guillermo about his opinion.
Yeah, hey, but you know what though? The Legion of Knicks podcast and the Knicks at Night podcast are like Family Feud and Wheel of Fortune.
Hey, that's love, though. That's love.
Back to back. Yeah, we run it late night. I'm telling you, a Legion of Knicks podcast and the Knicks at Night podcast are running the nighttime Knicks stuff. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we the big boys. We ain't the big boys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the little guys go, we running it. We like the second grade bullies. We not the high school bullies. We the second grade bullies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That's my guy, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. Legion of the Knicks podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. So please, who are you? Who's the one player that you want to see tonight?
Ironically, I have them on that list of 4 things that I wanted to talk to y'all about.
Okay.
The two that I wanted to make sure that I see to answer your question are Kevin Knox and Obi Toppin. Right? Yeah. Because I think RJ Barrett is a grinder. I feel like RJ Barrett is going to grind his way to a 20 point or however long he plays. RJ Barrett is going to have a good night because he's been looking forward to this for too long.
Yeah.
But what I want to see is Kevin Knox, the revamped Kevin Knox, and our shiny new toy Obi Toppin.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah.
And hopefully, and the main thing, the 5th thing that I want to see come out of tonight is everybody come out healthy. I don't want some stupid weird injury that's going to cost somebody their season.
Yeah. The pro athletes season, whether it's football, baseball, or basketball, you think about it, they're only one freak accident away from their life being changed forever.
Right.
You know, we talked about KP. Honestly, I don't know if KP is going to be the player that we envisioned him, to be, years ago, because each year it seems like something's happening with his knees, man. It seems like something's always happening with his knees. So I don't know if he's going to be, that guy next,
right.
Next to Luka. I really don't.
Well, you hate to see something bad happen to a guy.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, if the Knicks now are fortunate enough to get a break, go their way because of something that happens with them, of course, I'm going to begrudgingly take it because for one, you don't want guys to get hurt.
No, of course.
But if we look who's in the building, Simma Singh is in the building.
Simma Singh, hey Simma Singh, how you feeling? All right.
The best mods in the game, Simma Singh and Bodega Wi-Fi. And people people say, hey, you capping for them. Damn right, I'm capping for them. Damn right. Those my guys.
I'm new. What's capping mean?
Capping is a weird way of favoritism, nonchalantly, like trying to throw facts, like trying to add facts as if they're legit facts, but it's more of it's weird, man.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's kind of like what you do for Frank Ntilikina.
Okay. And to answer that, what's my man that helps you out at night? He's I think he's Dominican or Puerto Rican.
Raphael,
what he does for Randall, because he's hot on Randall too and everything. You know what? Just real quick about Randall, I don't hate the guy. He's a Knick. He's at the end of the day, he's wearing our jersey, and the one thing that we wish, and I know you're gonna say that, the same thing. The only thing that I wish that he would not do is do that spin move in the into traffic. That's the only thing that I wish he would not do. But I have no ill will towards Randall. I would like him, and I wouldn't mind him starting right now. But I do believe that Obi Toppin's going to take that spot for him and have him come off the bench. And if that's your 1-2 punch from starter to coming off the bench, that's a great thing to have, because they can both score the ball for you. You need points, you can give it to one of those two. But again, we got to see what Obi Toppin can do in actual NBA competition.
I think Obi is gonna be, man. So I think Obi is gonna be special.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
And I don't mean special like, like this one time he did this special thing during a special time. Y'all remember that time? I mean, I'm talking about like all-time Knicks special.
Right.
I'm talking about walking in the garden, seeing number one in the rafters special.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm talking about maybe maybe the greatest power forward to ever play for the Knicks.
So when we see that, we'll be in our old folks' home, right?
Yeah. Especially if my kids are still around, I'd definitely be in a old folks' home. That's for sure. That's for sure. If they have anything to say about it.
Yeah, I get it. But I could see that happening because when I saw him on draft night, I saw a guy who really embraces New York because that's where he's from. Adele Chapman's in the house.
Hey Kev, so we do it a little bit different. So when we see Adele Chapman, we be like, Adele Chapman's in the building.
Adele Chapman's in the building. Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
Nah, hey, I'm joking with you there, but in terms of Obi, man,
yeah.
Here are the things. So Obi Toppin's work ethic is probably top notch. Already, just about as good as anybody on the Knicks or better. Right, just work ethic alone, work ethic.
Yeah,
right. So his basketball IQ is crazy. For him to play in Anthony Grant's system at Dayton and thrive in it is impressive, right? So Anthony Grant's system is probably what we want Tom Thibodeau to run with the Knicks, basically.
Okay,
maybe you know what I mean. So with those, So his work ethic is supreme, and his basketball IQ is supreme. Now all he needs is a third skill, like 1/3 trait, to make him a great, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And so I think drive and work ethic probably go hand in hand.
Okay.
Because you have to have drive in order to have a good work ethic, in my opinion. The basketball IQ. And somebody in the chat, the live stream 2 days ago, told me the third trait is athleticism. So if Obi Toppin is a great athlete to go with all those things, how can you not imagine this dude being one of the best to ever do it for us?
Right, absolutely. Okay, so I have to call you out. And I got to call out Legion and Knicks pot. I got to call out Legion because on draft night we were all watching it, and when they selected Obi, y'all were not happy about that. Tell me why.
Because you're as a draft guy, you are in one of two camps. Either you're in the best player available camp, or you're in the draft for need camp.
Okay.
On draft night, I was in the draft for need camp,
which was a point guard.
You legit knew we needed a point guard going into the draft.
Yeah.
Everybody knew it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is either you draft a point guard or you take that pick and trade for an established point guard like Alonzo Ball.
Right.
You could legit at 8 to New Orleans for Lonzo Ball in the 13th pick. Why not?
Charlotte, right? You mean Charlotte, right? You mean Charlotte?
For Lonzo Ball? For Lonzo?
Yeah, he was. Lonzo. Wait, LaMelo was at. I apologize. Yeah.
I'm talking about Lonzo from New Orleans.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So you could have traded the 8th pick and to New Orleans for Lonzo and their first round pick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just on the table. There are a number of things, but they took Obi, which was a shock because we already had a power forward that averaged 20 and 10 the year before.
And Randall. And Randall.
Right. So it would have been equal to the Knicks drafting a shooting guard 2 years in a row in the top 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my deal is not that not that I disliked Obi. I just felt like the team should draft a position of need because the position of need had been vacant for about 4 years.
If they would have drafted, like, let's say either Tyra Lewis or Maxey or what's the guy in Sacramento? What's his name?
Halliburton?
Halliburton, yes, Halliburton, or even the point guard from well, I think he would have been a later pick, but Maliki, that's with Toronto now. Would that have been? Would that have satisfied you? Oh, we lost him. We lost him, Prince. We lost him.
Hopefully he'll be back.
But yeah, man, I'm excited for tonight, man. I'm really, 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 really excited for tonight. Here's the other thing. Who does Detroit have? I know they got Killian Hayes. I know they got Blake Griffin. Who else do they have?
Hey, Detroit has a really good team. Like, Detroit has a team that may surprise a lot of people this season. With Derrick Rose, Blake Griffin, they brought in, and then like the 3 rookies they brought in: Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey, and you brought in the point guard. Like, they have, like, Detroit has a team. They have a team.
Okay, but I believe that we can. I believe that under Tibbs, I believe that we can. Who's coaching for them? Who's coaching for them?
Casey, Dwayne Casey.
Oh, Dwayne Casey. Dwayne Casey. Okay, so there you have 2 defensive head coaches going at each other and everything. I think, I like to see what, how they match up player to player against each other. I think it's gonna be a good game.
I think so too. I think like Thibodeau said it'll be a good way to judge where we are, where we're going. Because again, they're not a team that's gonna let us just come in here to Detroit, just let them kick Detroit's butt. You got too many vets on that team. You got, what I'm saying, like I said, you got Derrick Rose and Blake Griffin and all those guys. They understand they're either looking to go to a contender after this stint, or they're looking to try to push as far as they can in the playoffs. Like, those guys don't want to die in Detroit.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's gonna be interesting. Give me your starting 5 for tonight.
Starting 5. Let's just go off the top of the head. DSJ, Frank at the 2. Or no, I take that back. DSJ, RG at the 2, Knox at the 3, Jules at the 4, and let's go New Orleans at the 5.
Oh, okay. So you have him over Mitch then.
I think his veteran savviness should keep him out of foul trouble, where we know Mitch may get into early foul trouble, because Mitch could be guarding Blake Griffin as a small ball 5. And if that's the case, Mitch may be in trouble early.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna go. As much as I want to put Frank in there, I'm gonna put DSJ ahead of him. I'm gonna go DSJ. I'm gonna go DSJ. I'm gonna go RJ. I'm gonna go Knox. I'm gonna go Randall, and I'm gonna go Mitch on this one for this game right here. I'm gonna go Mitch for this one, and somehow
you can switch it up. You can switch it up.
Right. But I think we're on par with with all this. And then I want to see how he incorporates, because I think Frank will be the first one off the bench, and then New Orleans will back up Mitch, and I think Bullock. I don't know. I think Bullock will back up Knox. I think I said Obi will back up Randall. And at the 2, if he was healthy, I would have put Rivers in there. But I think Quickly is going to be backing up RJ tonight and everything. Hey, Freeze, who's your starting five tonight?
So let me say this: Danny Landis is in the building.
Danny.
So I in terms of my starting five, man, to be honest with you, I could really care less. But I'm gonna name a starting five though. I'm gonna name a starting five. So I'm gonna say my starting five is going to be. I just wanted to write it down. I just wanted to look at it on paper first before I say it, and then I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna say the backcourt is gonna be DSJ and RJ.
Okay.
And I think the front court is going to be Knox, Randall, and Mitch.
Okay, I think
that's going to be it.
I can roll that. And go ahead.
And then in terms of guys off the bench, I think the guys off the bench for sure are going to be Alec Burks, because he's too good of a scorer not to be coming off the bench and getting a lot of run. And I'm a cap for Alec Burks. I'm going to say he'll be in the running for 6th man of the year this year.
Okay.
Right.
That's cool.
And then in terms of who else follows Alec Burks, I think it all depends on game situation and what the coaches want to see. In this first preseason game, I don't think it's going to be who's going to be in the rotation, but more so of what guys look like in real game minutes.
I'm gonna put Frank and Burks together. I think the both of them will, come out, because if he's really preaching, we know Tibbs is all about defense. I think he's gonna have Frank in there for that, because we know what he can do, defensively and everything.
Right.
Yeah. Now, Frank said that he wants to put Norm Joel ahead of Mitch. What do you say to that?
No.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah. Especially if he wants that contract, I don't see that happening, because he's got to prove it and everything. So.
Right. I mean, and so the thing is with Nerlens Noel is how do you take a guy that's a backup center everywhere he's been and bring him to New York and start over your prospect?
Well, I see that's the Fizdale to me, Cornerstone Cam. That's the Fizdale, boy.
Fizdale. Because you saw him.
Let me get my argument out. What I say about it, Freezy. I believe that, again, you right in saying that, because, again, coming into the league, what is this? His 5th year, 6th year for New Orleans? For New Orleans?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, you got to think just like Coach K said in when he had talked about him. The guy is finally coming into his own. So much like we said, he can be in his bag, as they say. He knows the tricks of the trade. He knows, what I'm saying, other centers in the league, other centers know him, so they know not to try certain stuff. So my thing with that, like I said, is just not saying like he is the center of our team, but just saying for right now, until Mitch really understands, hey man, this is what we need you to do. You have to set screens, you have to box out, you have to, rotate on defense the right way. I'm not saying that Mitch doesn't deserve the keys. I'm just saying that who knows, tonight Mitch may not be ready to start. Maybe he don't understand the defensive rotations the way they need to be understood. So my thing is, I don't think we should just pencil Mitch in, truly. But again, if Mitch is ready to go, let that kid play, because if he is our center, let him be our center for the future. But I hear what you're saying, Freezy, about letting a player who's only been a 2nd or 3rd string, player, and then come here and start for us, only in New York, I guess they say.
Right. Well, hey, let me ask this though. Hey, Ronald Miller. I don't know. I can't remember if I saw your name in here or not. If you knew, type new in the chat, and then that way, if you knew, the chat can welcome you. We want to make sure that everybody that come in feel like they welcome and belong here. Of course, this is a Knicks channel, But at the same time, we want to make sure that when people come in, we welcome them, just like what we did Winston Ellis and others. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we welcome everybody in. So, to your point though, if it's a deal where I'm not gonna lie to you, if Noel starts over Mitch, then the headlines are gonna go crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? And is that what Tom Thibodeau wants to do? Day one, stepping into New York, is start a beef with a fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? And I know Mitch is not. I know Mitch is flawed, but I think the last thing a coach wants to do is start a beef with the fan favorite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have Mitch. Yeah, go ahead, Prince.
I was just gonna say my thing to that, is, like we've seen in, previous regimes, is that truly Thibodeau's call? I mean, we know that Thibodeau is a strong voice, but again, if what we've been hearing from, Jay Ellis and, the homies over there at Nick of Time Show and all of them, that it's turmoil in the house, who knows that, the powers that be, like, we don't give a dang how Mitch feel. Mitch might be on his way out of here in 2 weeks. So,
I think would be a bad idea, but okay. Yeah.
I hear what you said. No, I'm on my Guillermo stuff right now. I just want to be devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I want to be devil's advocate.
Would y'all realize with Guillermo, aka Legion of Knicks podcast, aka that MF of Doom, aka the ghost-faced killer, is that he's got multiple personalities. He does. He does. Is like the Mick Foley of WWE. You know what I'm saying? You roll in, you think you wrestling against Mick Foley, but it's actually Cactus Jack. You know what I'm saying? You think you face Mick Foley and it's actually Cactus Jack. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh no! Oh.
Hey, yo, I can't forget to shout out my man Andy N. All the way from Poland.
Andy in the building?
Andy's in the building. I call him Ninja Andy because he always be doing stuff on a sneak tip on Twitter, man. Whatever it's with me. So.
Would you say pop up here, pop up there?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, could you see a scenario this year of Mitch and Noel being on the same floor guarding like a Embiid or even a Giannis? Could you see that happening?
You got it, Freezy, or you want me to
what?
Okay, when we go up against Philly or Milwaukee towards the end of the game, could you see a scenario where Tibbs might put Mitch and Noel on the same floor to guard up against like an Embiid or a Giannis?
I think, me personally, I could see it, but it would depend on what type of backcourt we have and who's at the wing. Now, if we had prolific scores, like I could see them playing like if we had a Devin Booker. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who every possession can get a bucket, like regardless. You know what I'm saying? Where we don't need them to do nothing but play defense, grab rebounds. Like that's all you do. And tip dunk. That's all you do. I'm going to shoot it. You tip dunk, grab rebounds. So I could see a lineup because remember my boy Fizz. I got a death lineup: 6'7", 6'8", 7, 6'10", 7 foot, 7 foot. Like, it sound good on paper. It sounds good, but again, if you don't have the guys
until you get run out the gym, it sounds good on paper until you get run out the gym.
Right, until you get run out the gym, So I could see a lineup. I would love a Twin Towers, Tim Duncan, and type of lineup like that. Tim Duncan and David Robinson type of twin tower lineup. That would be awesome, but it just would depend on what type of guards we would have out there to run with them.
Right.
Yeah, and well, my thing is this. I think all the lineups should be based on functionality. Like they should serve a purpose outside of just being something drawn up scientifically. Like for instance, if the Knicks in practice come across a lineup that smothers the other team defensively. Say, give you an example. Give you an example. Say, Emmanuel Quigley, Frank, Knox, RJ, and Mitch. Right.
Yeah.
Say it's a small lineup. Say it's Mitch, RJ at the 3, Knox at the 4, Frank at the 2, and Quickly at the 1, right? And they solely go out there just to say a team is on a 10-0 run, and so Thibodeau just throws out the lineup of Quickly, Frank, RJ, Knox, and Mitch just to slow down a run. You know what I'm saying? Just to start suffocating the team defensively. And what happens in doing that team starts getting steals, tip passes, and loose balls, and start turning defense into offense. And they cut into a lead. And that's what they're known for. Then I could see doing that. But I'm not starting that lineup, though.
No, not at all. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Say if we have a defensive lineup of that, I could see us going out there with that. A team is going on like a 7-0 run. The coaching staff can't figure it out. So you throw that lineup out there just to stop it until you can come up with some type of some tax and some strategy to stop the other team. Because sometimes a coach is gonna outthink the other coach, and sometimes you just need to make up for that gap by using personnel. Yeah. Right. And so if you throw the personnel out there just to slow down the other team until you can figure it out, I can rock with it.
Okay.
But just say let's just throw out our tallest guy at every position. I ain't with that.
You're with that. Okay, so now I'm gonna really put you on the spot. Close game. Who do you have at the end of the game? A. Collins is in the building.
A. Collins, what's good?
See, to answer that, Breezy, I think that's where your Alex Burks come in. That's where you see like a Frank Ntilikina, somebody who's real cerebral, who's gonna pay attention to defense.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about Burks. Dang.
Yeah, you got Burks. You got. I think Ntilikina, Burks,
and Reggie Bullock. Don't forget about Reggie Bullock.
I forgot about Reggie.
But I don't want to. But what's scary about that is now you're taking Knox off of out of the play in crucial time that he needs to learn how to play defense in crunch time. So that's what would hurt me with moving him out to 3. And then I guess at the 4. See, now this is a time that I could probably see that. I could probably see maybe a New Orleans at the 4, and then you got Mitch at the 5. Because again, in today's NBA, 4 stretch 4s, you kind of want somebody who can go out there on that perimeter and guard. So I think I could see that lineup, in crunch time.
All right, did I lose somebody?
I don't know. I think I'm still here. I'm here. Oh, okay. I think OG on the call. I think he muted us.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I could see a situation with Nerlens Noel and Mitch together against especially the Lakers, who could run out a situation where they have a big center. Who did the Lakers sign?
Marc Gasol, and freaking AD. Like, yeah, Marc Gasol and AD. Like that alone.
Yeah.
And then they talking about bringing in his brother. They talking about trying to bring in Paul in.
Oh wow.
Powell. Yeah, they talking about trying to bring in Powell.
So Legion of Knicks podcast said, Simba saying, bro, I wish you would join the video chat, but these dudes are slowly changing my side to my side without even knowing it. I don't know what you mean, Legion of Knicks. I'm just being frank. I'm just being real from the way I see stuff.
We know.
Yeah, I'm just being honest from the way that I see it. Like I'm not looking to troll or anything like that. I'm just thinking that I just want things to play out in training camp. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see the best man in training camp win, and then we put the best talent on the floor and have us aspire to winning games at every opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That's my stance on it. I'm not looking to. I'm not really capping for anybody, anything like that. I just want to may the best man win. Bodega Wi-Fi in the building. What's good?
That's the vibe.
What's good? What's good? Bodega Wi-Fi. Hey, proper middleman in the building. Look at that. Proper middleman is back. Proper middleman is like the McRib. The McRib is back. Proper middleman is back, baby. Adele Chapman, I see you. And so Adele Chapman says, "Do you think Knox is a 3 or 4?" Basically, to sum up what
3 with the ashy fingers. 3.
I think the Knox is slow thing is I don't know, man. I don't know. The Knox is slow thing is kind of crazy in that every time I see the thing Knox is slow, it's either a guard he's guarding or an exceptionally quick guy at his position. Right? Like legit somebody say, I saw Knox get blown by LeBron James like 4 times. Really?
Who don't get blown by?
Right. like, right. So there was a coaching breakdown of, yo, Judah Rising is in the building. Christopher M. Oh man, Christopher M is back. Okay. I see you, Christopher M. Hey, but the thing about Knox is people say that he's slow, and then every time you watch tape, it's like he's guarding Bradley Beal. Really? Come on, man. I mean, come on, man. It's like we say Julius Randle is trash. Julius Randle's 20 and 10 is empty stats. Really? 20 and 10 empty stats?
You still got to go put them numbers up. Even though.
Right.
You still
right.
Gotta put them up.
Right. But that's my point, though. But my point is this. When Porzingis did it, Porzingis' numbers were identical, right? When Porzingis does it, they're like, oh, man, Porzingis is a superstar. Julius Randle put up the exact same number on the same efficiencies, right? Some are even better. And they're like, well, Julius Randle's a ball hog, and he do that spin move too much.
Yeah, you're totally right, Freeze. I think Randle got a bad rap for last year. I'm starting to see that now. I wasn't one of those people, that was always bashing him. I was just upset at the spin move and then turning the ball over and all that. But again, I blame a lot of that on Fizdale because Fizdale, and now we're always psyched about what our coaches say at training camp, at press conferences, whatever. Fizdale said that he was going to have the ball in his hands a lot.
He did.
Right.
So, and once he did that, automatically you thought he was going to turn him into like an Anthony Mason. And what was Mason great for? Mason was great for, bringing that ball up, for us when the point guard couldn't,
grabbing that rebound and pushing the pace.
Yeah.
Like he'll legit grab the rebound and push the pace. And Fizdale's offense was designed for a healthy Porzingis, right?
Yeah.
Porzingis at 7'3" can grab those rebounds and push the ball, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
okay, right. I get it. But where Legion of Knicks podcast is absolutely wrong is the fact that he keeps saying empty stats. The stats are not empty. Every statistic counts. Right? You can't have an empty stat. It's crazy to think that somebody would say that stats are empty. Now you can say that he put up those stats in low leverage games. That's not his fault that the games are low leverage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you say Porzingis at 19-9 and Randle at 19-9 are not the same, you can't say that Julius Randle's numbers aren't comparable when the guy that Porzingis played with and Luka Doncic is an all-star, maybe a generational talent. And the guy Julius Randle played with looks like the little kid Jack from Blackish. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, legit, come on. I mean, legit, he played, Julius Randle played with Jack from Blackish. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one. I'll give you that. That was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, right. Right. I mean, think about it. Julius Randle put up 19-9 or 20-10 if you round up, right? Because it was 19.5 points a game and 9.7 rebounds per game, right? People round down 9.7. They round down for Julius Randle and round up for Porzingis.
Give him his 20 and 10, bro. Give him his 20 and 10.
Right. He scored 19.5 points a game. For KP, they round up. For Julius Randle, they round down. Yeah. I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean,
they're both efficient scorers. It's just that the situations that they're in are just totally different. You cannot deny being an efficient scorer. That's what he was. Unfortunately, it didn't impact winning for us. It didn't impact winning because there were other variables that offset him, being so efficient. Because Randall can score. Randall can definitely score and everything. I believe with this coaching staff, with this structure, that his scoring will now impact winning.
Right.
I believe so. Like to piggyback off what we were talking about earlier, being able to see, like when we were talking about running the fast break and transition. Now, one thing that I didn't see from us was running the transition for a reason. Like, like people run the transition is like, okay, I'm running the transition, either 2-man, 3-man weave, 2-on-1, 3-on-1, whatever you're doing, you running it to score. But in our case, a lot of the times we did not score. So off of that, if you're not going to score, you should be running your transition into your offensive flow. And that's what I never seen from us in Fizdale was, okay, now we pushing the break. Okay, we can't get a layup, no open three. Okay, now we have to flow into something. And I didn't see us flow into anything. We would just be stagnant. You know what I'm saying? So I think much like what we were saying about the transition and about what Julius will do will all be conducive of, now we have a real system where I ain't gonna front. I was one of the main, people on Fizdale's team. Like, no, we got a system.
I was too.
Like, no, we got a system. And now I'm seeing, no, everybody's telling the truth. We did not have a system. And it was just a cluster fudge.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. But you know what though? Hey, and so Legion of Knicks is and some supporters in the chat, and I don't have no beef with them. I just think their point is wrong. Yeah. The fact that they're saying Porzingis is.
I'm sorry, Breezy. No, what he just wrote, that's pat statting. Like you patting your stat. That's like throwing the missing the layup on purpose and then who did that to get the triple double. We ain't talking about that. We talking about if I put up 20 tonight and 10 against the Lakers, and then I put up 20 and 10 the next night, that's 20 and 10. Like regardless, like if we lose, we trash. I still put up 20 and 10. Like that's not stat padding. It's a difference when stat padding and, just running up your stats. Like everybody said, LeBron was more worried about stats. It's a difference. Freezy's talking about something totally different. We're talking about picking and choosing. When is it okay to say, okay, well, his stats stand out, but then his stats don't stand out? Like, you picking favoritism, and that's what.
You can't deny effort and productivity.
And so the thing I'm getting at is so when you compare Julius Randle and Kristaps Porzingis, for one player's stats look more important than the other because one guy played for a playoff team, right? He played for a playoff team. He's 7'3", shooting 26-foot 3-pointers and making them, playing with a generational star, with a coach that has won a championship, and KP was never double teamed. You couldn't double team him with Luka Doncic on the floor, right? The other one legit had no shooting and spacing, and the point guard looked like Jack from Blackish. The coach
Here you go, man. Here you go.
Right. I'm trying to point out the good things for the Knicks offense.
Well, here's the thing, Freeze. Porzingis now is in a winning situation.
Right.
When he was with us, we were never in a winning situation. Now, I'm not gonna lie. There's no telling what we could have been if he didn't tear his knee up that year, because we were starting. Right. He made the All-Star. He made the All-Star team, and we were on the cusp. Once he went down, all bets were off. All bets were off. So between that year and the years that he was with us, it was a losing situation. Once he got to Dallas, all of that changed. All of that changed. But see, the problem with Porzingis now is that he can't stay healthy. Something's always happening to him and everything. Right. So, but in regards to Randall, he was I don't know if he was really in a winning situation with the Lakers. I won't. They
were not. No, but he wasn't asked to do a lot either, Freezy. He was in a situation where he was a rookie and he was asked to just grow in that situation.
Right. And then when he went to New Orleans, he was again he was playing behind a superstar in Anthony Davis, and that wasn't really a real winning situation.
Was Boogie there with them too? If I'm not mistaken, was Boogie there at that time?
No, he wasn't. Freeze. No, okay,
no,
all right, okay.
No, he was hurt. Remember, he tore his Achilles.
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's right. So now you fast forward, and he comes to us. No matter how you put it, he wasn't in a winning situation with us either, but he was productive. Now that he's with that Tibbs is coaching, and along with that coaching staff, I believe they're going to put him in a better situation to be successful. So you cannot argue his productivity because it was always there. We may not like some of the stuff that he did, a la the spin move. The one thing I didn't like, Freeze, and Prince, the one thing I didn't like was the two-man game he was playing with Alfred Payton. That I didn't like because it seemed like they were shelling out everybody else.
Right.
Well, I know you and Sim go at it about that often, and I heard Sim say that he don't believe that that's true. Yeah. But like you said, I've seen games where I'm like, dude, pass the ball. But
yes, I mean, that's what I was trying to tell him. Prince, I went to the game last year. I went to the game before that, and I went to the game last year when they were in Philly. We're in Philly. We got blown out.
Okay.
Last year, we went there. We were beating them left and right. And then because of Fizdale, he put the wrong people in at the wrong time. And that cost us the game. Because we was rolling, Prince. We was rolling. Remember that game, Freeze? That first game in Philly? We were rolling. Yep. And he put the wrong people in at the wrong time. And it was like, damn. I mean, you had the crowd for Philly was just so, struck because you're like, yeah, how the Knicks, beating us and everything. Because we thought that we had a system. And that system, went to crap once Fizdale put the wrong people in and everything.
Yeah, of course.
Horrible rotations. Let's say the horrible
rotations. What was you gonna say, Freeze?
No, go ahead, boss. I got a thing from Knicks Fan TV, man. Just a thing I had been communicating with him, man. That brother be doing good work, man.
Yeah, that's the guy, Knicks Fan TV. Him and Nick the dudes.
Hey, yo, I love my
right. Yeah. So my man do good work, man. And I think something happened recently, and somebody took something the wrong way and tried to shade my man's name, and that ain't necessarily right. Oh, yeah. I think the thing is with the Knicks content creators, I don't know if they feel the same way, but I'm gonna just put this out there. just for them that want to know. Man, so the Knicks have millions of fans, right? Millions of fans.
All across the world.
Tens of millions of fans, right? And YouTube has hundreds of millions of people that use the service often, right? There is no competition between subscribers between Knicks content creators because there are so many people that use YouTube. It's ridiculous to bicker over 10 or 20 people. It's ridiculous. So what I would suggest is this. Hear me clearly when I say this. Support all the Knicks content creators. There's no beef between everybody's product is just different. You know what I'm saying? And depending on what it is that you want, it's like going in a supermarket. When you walk down the bread aisle, it's like 30 different brands and types of bread. And depending on the one you want, that's the one you choose. You know what I'm saying? It definitely, I would say, comes to Knicks content. Don't stop eating bread just because you feel like there's a competition. There is no competition. Everybody puts out good content.
Is that Andy down there?
You know Andy on his way home.
Hey, every time I see Andy in the car, I think about Chameleonaire. Crazy. My music so
it's not that I don't have the Freezy. I don't have the black leather interior. It's just dark here in Poland now.
Gotta catch me riding dirty.
What's good, fam?
Yeah, like you said, I'm coming back from work home. I'm gonna take a power nap just to be, fresh and ready for the game, and then probably gonna hook you up, with, on your show on the night show, bro. I'm gonna try to pull out almost an all-nighter. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be an all-nighter.
You know what? As soon as you get on, no lie. As soon as you get on, man, I'm coming. I'm gonna support. You know what I'm saying? The thing I'm gonna try to get to. I'm gonna try to get to Die Hard Knicks. I'm gonna try to get to Sim and Legion of Knicks and try to get to you as well. Right before I get to the Knicks at Night podcast. So yeah, we're gonna try to.
It's gonna be a long night.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we win. So it don't have to be that long of a night. Because if we lose and we talk until 4 a.m, Saturday gonna be a bad day.
Yeah.
Right. But you know what though? Tomorrow morning, I'll be back on here with the Knicks Morning Drive, and we'll recap everything that happened. Say the game rotations, all the press conferences afterwards, and all that stuff. We'll recap that thing tomorrow.
Right. Hey, Freeze, real quick, what you were talking about with how we have to support each other. You were talking about the mass media, your Mark Bermans and Stephen Bondi's and all that. Right?
No.
Yeah.
Freezy's going to be mass media when he's going to have 1,000 subscribers. So watch out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, the thing is though, it's because of y'all. It's not just because of me. It's because we just put this platform out here, a sounding board for Knicks fans to get together and have their voices be heard unfiltered. Like we legit have a place where we can be unfiltered and say what it. I mean, without curse words, of course, but you know what I'm saying. Right. But y'all know what I mean.
I slip up sometime. I'm sorry.
We can legit come on here and. Hey, Lily Phillips is in the building.
Lily Phillips
is a 6'4" Jared.
That's
Jeffries.
That's my dude.
And nobody, and we don't actually believe that. It's just fun trolling. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course.
But like nobody legit is like Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Buck Williams. It's just fun saying Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Chris Boucher.
He did not say he was a 6'4" Buck Williams. No.
Yeah,
somebody, give Freeze somebody because he's on a roll right now, man. No, you know who we need on here, Freeze? We need Mark on here, man. We need Mark on here.
Yeah, who's Mark with I don't know who's Mark is
Oh,
right
what the hell
now.
he did, man?
Yeah, who's Mark need to be in here.
Mark needs a break before the game shows. He's like accumulating that energy before the first game. He wasn't on social media for the whole week, so he's gonna blow up after this game. For Mark, this game is gonna be like the Game 7 NBA Finals. So
Yeah, man.
Hey, Andy, what are you? We were talking about this earlier. What are you most interested to see tonight?
JJP is in the building. I bet you. Sorry, Kev, but I bet you Kev is. I bet you JJP is cooking right now.
Okay.
I bet you.
Oh, come on in, JJP.
was good.
Yeah, Kevin, to answer your question, you know what? I'm gonna be looking at the rotations Tibbs is gonna be using, but not only about the starting five, right? I'm gonna see if he's gonna notice if they're gonna be subs, like 2 guys out and 2 guys in. If he's gonna implement some kind of pairing guys up just to see if he noticed that they were playing good in the training camp. And stuff like that. If he's, for example, if he's going to set up, put in Obi with Emmanuel quickly, right? We're going to see if he's going to have those tandems of guys, right? Because I'm definitely in the idea that he's not going to be using this starting 5 from this game through the whole season, right? He's going to be adjusting. I'm just thinking he might be using guys like in 2s and 3s, in pairs, just to see if they work off each other good.
14?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with that and everything. I think I was telling Freeze and Print. I was saying that I'm looking for finally a structure as opposed to what we've been regulated to, for the past few years, especially under FISDAL. I'm looking for a structure. I'm looking for I think our out of timeout plays are going to be a hell of a lot better than what we had last year. And I'm looking for I think there's going to be a lot of stability at the head coaching position. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, so. And you know what? I think first, we gotta get out of our system that this is not this is only one game, right?
Yes.
Don't get us, too high and too low, right?
Right. Right. So you would say, sticking on your point, you would say that to not totally overanalyze what we're watching tonight, just pick up points that we would see that's changed from years past, from the last 2 years past. Would you say that?
I personally would definitely say that, because again, it would show again the maturation of our young guys. Have they learned from a no system to a system that is kind of complex in Thibodeau? So again, if we see that they are not having mental lapse, they understand rotations, they know where they're supposed to be. If we can see small glimpse of that, we know that we're trending in the right direction.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that totally. Yeah. I agree with that. So, Andy, what time is the game going to be on for you? It's 7:00 for us over here. What time is the game going to be on over there for you?
It's a 6-hour difference, Kev. So it's going to be 1:30, right? It's 7:30, I think.
So, yeah. Okay, so
it's going to be 1:30.
Oh God, man. Okay. Yeah, so you're gonna be real tired the next day.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be better than those West Coast games when I gotta get up at 4.
Yeah.
So that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, those West Coast games are a real pain, because for us over here it will start at 10:00.
Yeah.
It'll start at 10:00 our time.
These games, like when you start at 7, these games are like those Sunday, afternoon games for me.
Okay.
I like them because it's like 6, 7 here, so I can watch them easily, and
Yeah.
have a good time, and go to sleep on regular,
Regular.
my regular biology
Right.
clock.
Yeah. Your regular clock and everything. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. So what else?
Kev, if I may add, just skipping from the Knicks for just a second, and one thing. I don't know if you guys saw, but Kyrie Irving responded to the fine he got in the Nets, because the Nets and Kyrie Irving got fined $25,000 each because he wasn't available on the media days, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know
So
what he responded?
what do you say?
That's not that much, and the NBA needs to do more to get his attention.
Whatever. See, that's gonna be, man. Hey, Prince and Andy. That's gonna be a circus, man. I'm sorry. That is gonna be a
Hey,
circus.
so now all of us who were so sad we didn't get KD and Kyrie, can y'all imagine how we would be looking right now as a team? Like, come on, man.
I'm telling you, man. We dodged the bullet, man. We dodged the bullet.
I'm almost willing to believe that. Yeah, like I said, I think God
I
did us
believe
a
so too.
favor.
We dodged one, and a big
He did
one,
us a
bro.
favor. Because like you said, there's no way that we can explain this. And again, if that's how they acting over there already, and then shoot, he might be getting traded for James Harden. So
Hey, real quick, I want to respond to Lily Phillips. He says, "I don't hate Frank, but the favoritism use is too irritates me." Listen, it's not favoritism. LP. I just get tired of people always bashing and trashing him. It's one thing to be critical of his play. When I see that people in even our own fan base are bashing and trashing a player, I'm going to defend that player no matter what.
me too.
Because we have to support our players. Because nobody else, everybody else, from ESPN to NBA radio to wherever, everybody's always clowning us. All right, we don't need to clown our own players, especially if they're working hard. So that's
Right. Hey, that's a good point too, Kev. And that's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why the Knicks Morning Drive and the Knicks at Night podcast is blowing up like nitro, because we legit get to control our own narrative. Like basically the national media tells the world what Knicks fans think without asking Knicks fans, right?
True.
And we
True.
have this place right here for Knicks fans to legit come in and say how they really feel. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's one of those deals where we finally get us a platform where we can get in and chop it up about real stuff, man. I mean, so I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying about Frank.
Yeah.
At the same time, while I don't agree, like I don't agree that Frank is the point guard of the future. Hey,
No,
Edwin Rivera, what's good? I see you. Ronald Miller, what's good? I see y'all. We see y'all in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Hey,
thing,
Ronald Miller. Ronald Miller, we legit see you. Hold on, let me put Ronald Miller's quote thing up here. You put Ronald Miller's thing up here so you can see it. Just real quick. Yeah, so we see y'all. We appreciate the fact that y'all are in the chat, got this virtual chat bumping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Andy coming back again.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's trying to come back.
Andy must have switched devices.
Okay.
Andy, did you switch devices?
He probably did. Hey, Freeze, real quick. What you just said about Frank, that I can go with. When cats say that he's garbage, hot garbage, he's trash, like that, in our own fan base, that's a problem for me. Because again, we're supposed to be supporting our players. We're supposed to be supporting them no matter what. They wear the orange and blue. Orange and blue. We're supposed to be supporting our players. So if I sound like I'm a homer for a lot of these guys, because they wear the Knicks jersey.
Right.
They wear the Knicks jersey. As much as J.R. Smith effed up, as much, during his time here, I still supported him. Support him. Remember when he went out to when we were playing the Celtics in that playoff series, and he went off, partying and everything, and we could have ended game. We were playing 7-game. That was a 7-game series, right?
The year we beat the Celtics, it wasn't a 7-game series, I think.
I think so.
But J.R. Smith did goof up.
Yeah, and it cost us 2 games, and luckily we were able to, to win that game up there in Boston. But we still supported him. We supported him when he, was suspended and when he got hurt and everything.
Right.
That's what we got to do. We can't just keep bashing and trashing our players.
No, and I get that. I get that.
Especially if they're trying. Especially if they're trying it. Doing their thing.
Yeah, I think what Lily Phillips is saying, and a lot of fans are saying, is sometimes dudes walk in the door and we anoint them, like Henry Ellenson. People at the Gardner are calling King Henry. Really? He only been here 8 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, here's one for you. Joshua Small says, Kev, if it walks like a duck, you just got to call it like it is. No, you don't, especially if you don't have the proper development in a lot of our young players.
Right.
Oh, wait. All right, so no Gilmore going to say, so, Kev, was Jerome James trash or was he good?
That
was a mistake.
We get that. We get the Jerome James. We get the Jerome Jameses. You know what I'm saying? We get the Kev, what's the point guard that looked like the dude from Different Strokes? What's the point guard we had that looked like Arnold's brother from Different Strokes? The one he was the point guard when Frank Ntilikina was a rookie.
Oh, that was okay. So you had Ramon Sessions and you had Jared Jack.
Jared Jack, the one that looked like Willis.
Yeah.
The one that looked like Willis. Yeah. So we gonna cap for Willis? No. Kev, you look like you're having too much fun, man.
I ain't gonna lie, but I would have loved to have had Jared Jack, 10 years, before he came and everything, because he used to
right.
All right, so Joshua says Kev was the biggest Jerome James and Jared Jack. I don't care. They're wearing the jersey. I don't care. I don't care. Even though I will say that the Jerome James signing was very questionable. But Ron from Cleveland said it completely. He said that management was like, oh damn, what did he say? He said it was a mistrial. I think he said mistrial or not mistrial.
Yeah.
What do you say, please? What do you say?
I remember what he said. I can't rephrase it like he did, but
yeah. He said it. He said it perfectly. And we had a lot of years that was like that. Misdiagnosed. Damn, I forget what he said. I'm gonna be really angry at myself because I can't remember what he said.
yeah, but there were a lot of guys. No lie. I'm gonna move my guy real quick, and then I'll add him when he come back.
Okay.
There we go. But malpractice is what he said.
That's it. There's been a lot of malpractice. Of malpractice.
Yeah, and so, hey, Dolly, what's good? We see you, Dolly. Hey, but the thing is, with a lot of the Knicks play, because I think we have 2 separate conversations going. I want to get back to, is he coming? No, he must be in the grocery store. Okay, so the thing I'm saying about Frank is not that Frank is a garbage player. Right?
You never said that. That's the thing. You've never said that he was garbage. You've just been critical, which I can accept.
What I'm saying is I think Frank has the potential to be something different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I like the Bruce Bowen thing. I think Frank is gonna be Bruce Bowen. Right. That's what I think Frank is gonna be.
Yeah,
but you notice Bruce Bowen was not Tony Parker. Right?
No.
Bruce Bowen on the Spurs did not fill Tony Parker's role. Tony Parker was the point guard, period. Right?
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
But Bruce Bowen had a separate and just as an important role, right? Like Tim Duncan had a role as the low post scorer, Hall of Fame power forward.
Right.
Manu Ginobili had a role as the sixth man. Tony Parker had a role as the star point guard, and Bruce Bowen had a role as the shutdown wing defender, corner three shooter.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I wish Frank would embrace that role of being the Bruce Bowen elite wing defender, 3-point corner 3-point specialist.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you totally with that. You know, Isaiah had said, I apologize, I'm trying to knock this light out. Isaiah said something that was really that hit home. Frank is one of those players that that follows what the coach says.
Right.
If he tells him that he needs him to do A, he'll do A. If he needs him to do B, he'll do that. And what people want him to do more, what Frank want Frank to do more is just think on his own, I guess, pretty much, instead of following what the coach is saying. And that's pretty much it. That's his game right there. And again, he did not have the proper development. None of them did. Knox didn't either. It seems like now that that we have this new, what Liam Rose did with putting everybody in the right place as far as development, that that now they'll have a chance.
Right.
And again, I'm with you. If these guys, I'm with Ron, I'm with all these guys. If these guys do not produce, they got to go. I'm not denying that at all. But they haven't had the. I don't believe because I think the organization, past regimes have failed them, that we should hold that against them.
Right.
But then again, also go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, what I was going to say was they also have to accept, responsibility for their own actions. It's got to be 50-50. It's got to be 50-50.
Right. That's what Legion of Knicks podcast said. He said you have to at some point be reliant on your own self-agency. Like you have to be accountable to yourself to improve also. You know what I'm saying, is what Legion of Knicks podcast said. And that was just as smart as what Ron Cleveland said about the front office. What they did is basically malpractice.
Malpractice,
But just to touch on somebody else surprise from Frank Ntilikina.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all know Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Luis Scola. You know what I'm saying? We want to touch on somebody else.
I'm about to leave. Hey, I'm about to quit. I'm about to quit.
Frank is not a 6'4" Luis Scola. Come on, man.
I'm about to quit, man. I'm done, dog. I am done. I'm so glad I got on this morning, dog. I am so glad I got on this morning. Oh my God. Oh, last night I was not feeling too well, but dog, my spirits are high. My spirits are back high now.
Hey. Chef NYK said Tree Rollins. T. Williams said Frank is a 6'4" Michael Petrus.
Oh no! Hey, Michael Petrus used to have a little bit of game, though, man. He had a little bit of game.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm done with y'all.
I'm just saying, man. We all know Frank is a 6'4" Hasheem Thabit. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Why? We got a game in like 7 hours, bro. We got a game in like 6 hours.
Yo, I'm saying, man. I'm saying. We got to talk about other Knicks players. We got to talk about other Knicks players.
Yeah, we got to move on, man.
But real quick, you saw what I was saying about all our other players. As long as they're wearing a jersey and they're trying to give that maximum effort, we got to support them, man. They're wearing our jersey. They're wearing our jersey. What you laughing at?
Yeah. No. I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. I just don't want to overhype them. Right. Like how, you remember Torrey Murray?
Yeah.
Torrey Murray had like a 13-point game, and we were like, "Oh my God, he's the future."
Yeah.
You know, like come
He's
on,
the best. He's gonna be the best point guard ever.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember Lynn Sanity. Lynn Sanity was what, 6 games?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Lynn Sanity is legit a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, look, Ernesto is in the building. What's good? C-Mac. C-Mac, you crazy. You see what C-Mac? C-Mac said Frank.
Wow. That's bad. That's bad.
Not Sam Bowie, bro. Not Sam Bowie, bro.
Hey, Joshua.
Y'all killing Frank.
You got it all wrong, man. Hold up. Joshua, you got it all wrong, man. You got it all wrong. I'm just a fan of the team, man. I'm just a fan. He says Kev bakes cookies for a team after they lose by 30 points a game. Are you a Knicks fan?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, are you a Knicks fan?
Wow.
Are you
Hey, Ernesto, this is the thing for Knicks Morning Drive. We all just get together and just use this as a sounding board, man. I want you to come on. Yo, Woodshed is crazy.
That's it. That's it. He said it's Popeye Jones. And we know Popeye Jones had some huge ears, man.
Yo, Woodshed is trying to choke me out. Talk about Frank and
Wow.
Jones.
Wow.
Oh my God, y'all are wild, man. Oh my God.
Y'all just clowning Frank, man. Just clowning.
My
yeah,
God.
like Frank don't deserve that. Frank gonna put up a triple-double tonight on Derrick Rose.
Oh my
God. He gonna put up a triple-double on Derrick Rose.
Chris Dudley wasn't that shabby, man. Chris Dudley did help us out, backing up Patrick and all them. Even when Patrick wasn't playing.
He called him a 6'4" Chris Dudley.
Yeah,
oh my God. Yo, oh my God, man.
Hey, Freeze, he can't use Chris Dudley because at least Frank hits his foul shots.
Yeah, well, Frank does his free throws. Frank does his free throws.
Tyrone Hill. C-Mac says Tyrone Hill. Oh my God.
Yeah, C-Mac said Frank is a 6'4" Tyrone Hill. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. Y'all are clowning this dude.
Yeah, y'all clowning, man. Y'all clowning. I love y'all, but y'all clowning, man.
Hey, Frank Ntilikina. Frank, if you watching the show, you know what I'm saying? We really don't think you like a 6. I called you a 6'4" Ron Baker the other day. Right. I don't think you're a 6'4" Ron Baker. I think you might be a 6'4" Taco Fall. That's what
I can't, man. I can't. You're quite right. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, Adam Morrison.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
This is crazy.
That's crazy. That's it.
Yeah, man. Chef NYK said Frank is a 6'4" Bill Cartwright. Hey, you know what?
He got 3 rings.
Yeah.
As a role player. Player.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hey, so we got somebody. Hey, what is that? Big Task at hand. Big task at hand. That, hey, if you knew, hey, put a thumbs up in the chat so we can welcome you to the show.
Yeah,
If you do, put a thumbs up, and then and if it is everybody, yeah, and we appreciate it if everybody tell them thank you.
You know, that was a great
welcome. I'm sorry.
That was a great year in '99 when that during their playoff run, what they did to Miami, and then because it could have been over in Miami, in Miami, and then they just demolished Atlanta, and then game one between when we against Indiana, that was actually my wedding day.
Really?
Yeah, that was my wedding day.
Wow.
That was my wedding day. I was all ready for them to have lost to Miami and everything, and then they went on through, and that was my wedding day. So you had half the people at that came to my wedding. They was all interested, excited for me and everything. But once the wedding was finished, they went straight to the reception hall, to the bar to see.
Everybody was watching TV, right? Yeah.
They're like, congratulations, got in the car and went right to the thing. So that was really exciting. I do believe if Patrick was healthy, I think we probably would have been able to give him San Antonio a legit go. I really, really honestly believe that.
Right. Yeah. No, and I used to think that way for a while. Right now I think I honestly think that Spurs team had too many things going their way. Like they caught all the breaks. They got all the good luck and fortune went their way. So I think it was destiny for them.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Did I just see what I did somebody say Frank is a 6'4" Matt Geiger? Oh my God, man. Really?
Hey, he got the eyes for it. He got the eyes for it. He got the. Remember, Mike Geiger had the big eyes, man.
Yeah.
He had the big eyes.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I well, put it this way. During that year, I honestly did not think we were going to beat Indiana. I really didn't. And I said that in order to beat them, we would have to take game one. And once we took game one, I said, okay, we might have a chance. And then you had the LJ 4-point play. And then it seemed like every time that we won and then Indiana won, it was like, okay, our luck is probably going to run out. And then we go back again down to Indiana and take game 5. It's like, whoa, didn't see that happening. And we play again at the Garden. I'm expecting us to lose to them at the Garden, and Knicks weren't having it and everything.
But Indiana's offense was letting them down. Offense was letting them down. Yeah. Their defense was great. They just couldn't score.
Yeah, right.
And what happened is they went for too long of a stretch without scoring, and that's what hurt them against us. Yeah. So
I would go on a limb and say that Indiana team that we played in '94, that playoff team, I would go on a limb and probably say that was a tougher team than this Indiana team that we played in '99, because that team, they took us to 7 games.
Right.
So now they're clowning DSJ. They said that he's a 6'3" Ricky Davis.
Man. 6'3". Man.
But that 99 team, there was no way that Latrell and Allen, once they got past Tim Duncan, they weren't going to score against David Robinson.
They weren't going to do. They would have met their match.
Right.
They would have met their.
They would have met their match and everything. So I got to give my credit to San Antonio. I really do. And you know what else, Freeze? Here's another one. Mario Ellie. He's the only player to beat us in the finals on 2 different teams, because he was with the Rockets and he was with San Antonio.
Wow, that's a good fact. That's a good fact there. Hey, but so I'm gonna wrap up here. But before we do, I want to get your prediction for tonight. I want to get y'all's prediction for tonight.
I think we'll win. I think we'll win by double digits, because I just believe more in our Prince had told me who the personnel was for Detroit. And the three rookies that they have in Killian Hayes, Sadiq Bey, and Prince. Who was the other guy that you said they had? I can't hear you.
Isaiah Stewart, Killian Hayes.
That's Sadiq Bey, right?
Yeah,
man, they have Isaiah Stewart and Sadiq Bey.
Yeah, they gotta steal. They stole players. Like Detroit stole players. Like seriously.
Yeah. So I think I give them a couple of years under the good coaching. I mean, they have a good coach in Wayne Casey. So I'm gonna give them a few years and everything. But I think because of the veterans that we have to mix in with our youth, I think we can win tonight by 10. And again, I just want to see what Randall does, if he's broken that habit of spinning. And we already know that he's not going to be the ball handler like they'll put towards him last year and everything. We know that's not going to happen. That it's going to be in actual quote unquote guard's hands. Whether it's DSJ, whether it's Frank, whether it's even Quickly or Barrett, we already know that they're going to be the main ball handlers pretty much. So we don't have to worry about that. So that's what I'm looking for tonight.
Right. Well, I'll go before Prince. Okay. But I'll tell you this, man. So what I'm expecting tonight is a lot of sloppy basketball, a lot of different rotations, a lot of experimentation. I don't know if we'll win tonight. To be honest with you, I want to win. I think that should be the focus more so than anything, establishing a winning culture. But at the same time, I would say I would prefer, or I'll just say, I'd just be glad to see the Knicks on the court and want to come away with two things: a win and us be healthy.
Yeah, and other thing, real quick, Prince and Freeze. I think because we have a little bit of a familiarity with a lot of the guys, because the only two guys a few guys that are new is New Orleans, Rivers, who's not going to play tonight, and our two rookies, along with Burke too. I forgot about Burke. But I think the rest of the guys, they're kind of familiar with each other, so I think that's going to probably carry us through. Whereas with Detroit, those guys, they got new guys as well, but it's just that they have an abundance more of new guys than we do. Pretty much. Yeah. Because I think they had Blake Griffin, and who was the other guy that they had that came back? Prince.
They brought, I forget who the guy. They got a two guard. He's a white guy. I think he's from overseas that played.
Oh, Kennard.
Not Luke Kennard. No, they got rid of him. It's another. That's why they got rid of Luke Kennard for whoever this kid is, and he's an overseas dude. I just forget his name. I can't remember his name. I know they have him. My thing that I can't remember is who they have at the 4 and the 5 outside of Blake Griffin. I don't know who else. Oh no, they picked up Jahlil Okafor. Didn't they pick up, or did he go to Detroit?
I probably did.
Yeah, remember they picked up like 5. Yeah, they picked up like 5 big men.
Right, Miles Plumlee.
And they got the Jeremy Grant.
Yeah. Yes, they do. So tonight, that's what I was telling you earlier. You know what I'm saying, Cornerstone. That bro, my thing tonight. You didn't finish either, Freezy, but I'm gonna let you go. My thing tonight, I just want to see. I'm gonna be like Coach Tip. I just want to see us play for each other. I want to see if we make shots. Can we make open shots? If we make open shots and we play for each other, I'll be happy. Do I really believe we'll walk away with a win tonight? I don't know, because I do believe Detroit on paper looks a little better than us, but depending on how we play and if we're hungry, I hope we can steal and win tonight. But as long as we play for each other, share the ball, and if we can make shots, I'll be a lot happier if we make shots and just play a good game. If we can just play a good game, share the ball, I'm happy, tonight when we jump on the chat. I'll be happy.
All right. Well, hey, everybody, listen. Subscribe to the channel. We want to grow the channel, man. Make sure the conversation is more robust. We want to include more people. We want different opinions. We don't just do hot takes. Hot takes to me, that element is trash in the media. We want people that's going to be thoughtful, you know what I'm saying? And people that are passionate about their team. I don't care nothing about no hot takes. If you bring in like thoughtful stuff to the conversation to make the conversation, more well-rounded, you know what I'm saying, more enjoyable for everybody. We don't want hot takes. You don't want to make people mad and then have them stop coming. You know what I'm saying? We want to have conversations where people can come and enjoy themselves and laugh, talk about the game and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We want this thing to be enjoyable, a sounding board for Knicks fans to come in and vent some, talk some, have takeaways, like take away from different opinions, like people have different opinions and whatever. So it's one of those deals, and how we get there is by having people subscribe to the channel. The more people that are a part of the conversation, the better. You don't always have to agree, but you can at least understand where people are coming from, right? Like with context. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like what Kev said about like when people say Kev is always capping for Frank Ntilikina. It's not that. It's that he get tired of the national media roasting our players, and so he want to stand up for our players. You know what I'm saying? Then when you understand that, then you understand why he goes so hard for Frank Ntilikina, because he's tired of the national media bashing our guys and then trying to embarrass us. So somebody got to stand up for us, and it may be Knicks fans. It may as well be Knicks fans that's standing up for our fan base and our players. And if y'all are like that, and I know a lot of y'all all subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. I'm going to get out of here to get some sleep. I'm going to try to get about 45 minutes of sleep so that I can jump back up and prepare for the Knicks at Night podcast and jump on all these other shows before the game. I'm going to just try to roll like 45 minutes of sleep until I see y'all for the Knicks at Night show.
Absolutely. Love you, friends.
Hey, stay safe, y'all. I see y'all tonight, man.
All right. Go Knicks.
All right, y'all.
Okay, peace. All right.